council meeting will now come to order. Please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance.
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Good evening, honorable city council members, to our mayor, our city treasurer, city attorney, administrative staff, audience in attendance, and those viewing via our broadcast channel and YouTube Live. Welcome to the City of Romulus City Council regular meeting. Today is Monday, December 6, 2021. Members of the public wishing to participate in this meeting may do so under the public comment portion of the agenda. Please fill out a request to speak public comment card located on the table in the back of the chambers and hand it to me, the deputy clerk. Additionally, members of the public who are viewing tonight's meeting via our broadcast channel or YouTube Live can submit their comments to public comment at romulusgov.com. And at this time, we will have roll call. Councilwoman Abdo.
Here.
Councilman Barden.
Here.
Councilwoman Roscoe.
Here.
Councilwoman Talley.
Here.
Councilman Wadsworth.
Here.
Councilwoman Webb.
Here.
And Councilwoman Williams.
Here.
Mr. Chair, we have a quorum for tonight's meeting.
Thank you.
Tonight's agenda is as follows. Number 1, agenda. Number 2, minutes. Number 3, petitioner. Number 4, chairperson's report. 5, mayor's report. 6, clerk's report. 7, treasurer's report. 8, public comment. 9, unfinished business. 10, new business. 11, communication. And 12 is adjournment, and a motion will be in order to accept tonight's agenda as presented.
So moved to accept the agenda as presented.
Support.
It's been motioned by Ms. Talley, supported by Ms. Abdo, for approval of the agenda as presented. Ms. Talley,
Yes.
Ms. Abdo,
Yes.
Ms. Williams,
Yes.
Ms. Roscoe,
Yes.
Ms. Webb,
Yes.
Mr. Wadsworth.
Yes.
Chair votes yes, motion approved.
Thank you, City Council. Number 2 is minutes, and it's approval of the minutes for the regular meeting held on Monday, November the 22nd, 2021 at 7:30 p.m.
Mr. Chairman,
Mr.
I will
Wadsworth.
move for the minutes of the meeting of November the 22nd at 7:30.
Support.
Been motioned by Mr. Wadsworth, supported by Ms. Abdo, for approval of the minutes from our regular meeting held Monday, November 22nd at 7:30 p.m. Mr. Wadsworth,
Yes.
Ms. Abdo,
Yes.
Ms. Talley,
Yes.
Ms. Roscoe,
Yes.
Ms. Webb,
Yes.
Ms. Williams.
Yes.
Chair votes yes, motion approved.
There are no petitioners on tonight's agenda. That will bring us to agenda item 4, the chairperson's report.
Thank you, Deputy Clerk. Tonight, we had a 6:30 meeting discussion involving the quarterly investment report from our treasurer, Stacy Page. And at this time, I'm going to recognize Councilman Wadsworth.
Thank you, Mr. Barton. As most of us know, Christmas will be here in about 3 weeks. And if you're looking to give a cat or a dog as a present to somebody for Christmas, I would encourage you to go to the Romulus shelter and look around. And also, if you'd like to donate to the Romulus shelter, it's a tax deductible. It'll be until the end of the year. And if you don't want to donate there's many things in our town that you can donate to. And the list is long, and we know most of them. St. John's Lodge, it's over here at 5 Points. It's the Helping Hand store, and the list goes on and on. But Christmas is here, and since we've had this pandemic, donations are really gone to the bottom, so now it's time to give. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Wadsworth. Now, the chair is going to recognize Councilwoman Talley.
Thank you, Mr. Barton. A couple of memorial resolutions, if I can get support. The first one is for Earl Ford. He passed away on 11/29/2021. Some information I have is that his military service, he was in the military for some years. He also was a Bronze Star recipient. His funeral is tentatively planned for this Saturday at Mount Olive Baptist Church. Again, that's tentatively planned. That's all the details they have, and they do have a GoFundMe page as well from Mr. Earl Ford.
I'll support.
Thank you.
It's been motioned by Ms. Talley, supported by Ms. Abdo, for a memorial resolution. Ms. Talley,
Yes.
Ms. Abdo,
Yes.
Ms. Williams,
Yes.
Mr. Wadsworth,
Yes.
Ms. Webb.
Yes, and through the chair, for me, I have a question for Councilwoman Tina Talley. You
Yes.
said this was a tentative?
Yeah, tentative funeral
Okay.
planned for this Saturday at Mount Olive.
Okay, would you let us all know if it's for sure?
Get more, yes,
Thank you.
absolutely.
Ms. Webb,
Yes.
Ms. Roscoe.
Yes.
The chair votes yes, that motion is approved.
Thank you. And the second memorial resolution is for Robert Dean Jesco. This family has done business in our community for over 50 years. Their business is located on Ecorse Road. Their father passed some years ago. This is the son of Mr. Jesco. So he passed away at St. Joe Hospital. So we're looking for a memorial. I'm looking for a memorial resolution for him. His funeral will be this Thursday, this 9th, at Crane's Funeral Home here in Romulus, Thursday from 1 to 6, with the service beginning at 6 p.m. Everything will be done on that same day. Thank you.
Thank you.
Support.
Support. It's been motioned by Ms. Talley, supported by Ms. Roscoe, for memorial resolution. Ms. Talley,
Yes.
Ms. Roscoe,
Yes.
Ms. Abdo,
Yes.
Ms. Williams,
Yes.
Mr. Wadsworth.
Yes.
Ms. Webb.
Yes.
Chair votes yes, that motion is approved.
Thank you, Mr. Barton.
Thank you.
Through the chair.
Yes, Ms. Williams.
Yes, I would like to ask the council to approve a resolution, a memorial resolution for Dorothy Phoenix Bird. She passed away this last Saturday, so I'm asking the council to support that.
Support.
Who supported? Ms. Williams, Ms. Webb? Been motioned by Ms. Williams, supported by Ms. Webb for memorial resolution. Ms. Williams?
Yes.
Ms. Webb?
Yes.
Mr. Wadsworth?
Yes.
Ms. Talley?
Yes.
Ms. Abdo?
Yes.
Ms. Roscoe?
Yes.
Chair votes yes, that motion is approved.
Through the chair.
Yes, Ms. Williams.
Yes, I would also like, have you made the decision on the seating?
Yes, I have. I came to the conclusion as the chairman of the city council, we want to make sure everything move forward. So I'm going to, as chair, do some different seating arrangements. And at this time, I'm going to recognize Councilwoman Talley.
Thank you, Mr. Barton. I thank you for this time. I just want to say, because we want to make sure we're sticking with the business of the residents and not get caught up on stuff that, our residents are really not really interested, at least the ones that talk to me. And at this time, I just want to say, I want to switch my seat with Councilwoman Williams, if she wouldn't mind, and make the switch so we can go ahead and start with the business at hand and not get caught up on things that can stop and stunt moving our city forward. The residents that I know are not interested in seating, so I'm willing to just switch seats so that we can move forward and go with business at hand. Thank you, Mr. Barton.
Thank you. Okay, I'd like to say happy birthday to my daughter tomorrow, December the 7th. Happy birthday, Gina. With that, you have something? I'm just waiting, go ahead.
No.
Oh, okay. With that, that concludes the chairperson's report.
Chair, make a motion to accept your report.
Support.
Motion by Ms. Roscoe, supported by Ms. Talley, for approval of the chairperson's report. Ms. Roscoe?
Yes.
Ms. Talley?
Yes.
Ms. Webb?
Yes, I have a question. So, Vice Chair, you will get up and take your seat to the right of the Mayor Pro Tem, is that the way it is? And then Councilwoman Talley takes your seat.
Right,
Okay.
right.
And could you bring your name tags with you, please?
Can we, is it
Name
this
plates.
meeting, or can we do it at the next
No,
meeting?
this meeting.
Ma-
The
Mr.
Mayor Pro
Mr.
Tem
Chair.
just said it.
Okay, let's do it this way. So the next meeting, is that okay with?
No, sir.
Okay. Yeah, we can do it now.
Okay.
Do it now. I appreciate it. We're gonna move forward. The city gonna move forward. I really appreciate everybody's consideration, moving the city forward.
No, I'm good.
Thank you. Oh, that's a good idea. Thanks, Commissioner.
Okay, all set. Okay, that motion was by Ms. Roscoe, and that was supported by Ms. Talley for approval of the chairperson's report. Ms. Webb?
Yes.
Ms. Williams?
Yes.
Mr. Wadsworth?
Yes.
Ms. Abdo?
Yes.
Chair votes yes. Motion approved. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. That brings us to number 5, the mayor's report.
Thank you. Good evening, council, city treasurer, deputy clerk, and audience. A couple things before I get into the action items today in my report. I'd like to recognize some outstanding young men we have in our community who brought home some hardware to our city a few weeks ago, and a lot of people didn't know about it, so one of the things we want to do is get better at communication. So at this time, I'd like to call up President of the Little League Flyers in Romulus, John Wester. I'd like to recognize some people over here.
First thing I want to do is thank everybody for inviting us out. We really appreciate the invitation. Just want to take a moment to recognize a few of my board members here with me. There's the treasurer. There's 2 gentlemen over here to the left. There's Leon De Leon and Doug Clark, and my wife, obviously, Ursula Wester. Then what we have is the Romulus Flyers junior varsity football team. I'm for, if you give me a little bit of leeway here, just want to tell a little story. Turned out to be kind of a challenging year for just about everybody, and with us, it was a loss of a present player in January, a loss of a former player in October, culminating with the loss of my assistant head coach just prior to the end of the season. Kind of threw things into that event, threw things into a bit of a disarray, threw the team off, threw the coaches off, but we brought it all back together for the last 2 games of the season, and had that good kids, good coaches, good parents, that triangle that brought it all back together so that we were able to win the championship. It's been blessed to be able to coach 7 of those teams. Kind of flashing my bling a little bit here. But I really want to thank you guys for showing us a little bit of the attention, and it really should go to these kids and the parents, because without them, it wouldn't have been possible. Had some great coaching staff. I'd say lost one of them, but that group came back together and kind of brought everything back home for us. So we really appreciate you guys. Thank you, and look forward to being in closer contact in the future.
Absolutely, and we appreciate all that you do in our community as far as the Little League sports. I'd like to, if you could, get the kids up, join them around the podium. We did draft a proclamation for you I'd like to read off. I, Robert A. McCrate, Mayor in and for the City of Romulus, wish to express my congratulations to the Romulus Flyers Junior Varsity Team of 2021 for winning the Downriver Junior Football League Peanut Bowl Championship. I am proud of your team's accomplishment and want to thank you for representing the City of Romulus. Great job, gentlemen. Well done.
Mr. Webster, can we borrow some of your players, draft them for the Lions? Last minute. Future Lions.
We also have some of our cheerleaders here too.
Here they are.
Have the mayor, no, have the,
Hey, Coach, excuse me.
have the
That
mayor
little
get a
fella,
picture
what
with the
does he
mayor.
play?
Hey, Bob.
That little guy.
Hey, Mayor.
Yeah, the upper.
Why don't you take a picture with him?
Yeah, you
We'd
take
like
a
to see the
picture
mayor
with
with
the mayor.
Take a
So these
picture
two
with
guys
him.
are my mascots.
Okay,
Those are like,
I thought he was the fullback, I didn't know.
actually, those two guys are two of the best athletes in the program. Looking forward to seeing them.
Mayor, take a picture.
Come on around this way and face that way.
Make sure the cheerleaders up front.
I need a quarterback.
Make sure the cheerleaders up front. There's so many up there now. I'm good. I'm good.
He's taking the picture.
You want us to stand back here? That
Stand up back here.
You want us to stand back here? That way they-
Wait, can't we just stand here?
What is that?
Okay, whatever you say, follow directions.
Was there any other football teams that won recently in Michigan? I guess. Great job, guys. And ladies.
We play the Lions next week.
Thank you again, Flyers, for making our city proud. Well done, guys. Another effort I'd like to recognize before I go into my report, I'd give a nod to Tanya Cofield. For those who haven't heard, she's taken a full-time union position in the clerk's office.
I can't hear you.
Can you hear me now?
Michael, turn the
Still on?
mic on.
Hello? Yeah. Can you hear me now? Just recognize Tanya Copeland and her efforts as our rec director for a long time, and she's taken a full-time job in the clerk's office, so now she'll be down there helping out with your efforts down there. But she did a great job this weekend with pulling off a tea party and a fundraiser. The First Lady was able to attend with my granddaughter, and they had a great time there, and I saw beautiful pictures of it, and Leilani Norman also was a big help, and Maria Lambert too, so great event, ladies, well done. We need more people doing things like that in our community, so just wanted to give her recognition there. Into my report. First item up, Wayne County Emergency Rental Assistance Program, or ERAP. I'd like City Council to concur with the recommendation of Maria Ferris, Finance Director and Legal Counsel, respectfully request City Council to authorize the mayor and the clerk to enter into the attached subrecipient agreement of Wayne County Emergency Rental Assistance Program effective October 1st, 2021, September 22 through September 22, 2022.
Mr. Chair,
Yes, Ms. Roscoe?
I'll make that motion to concur with administration and authorize the mayor and clerk to enter into the attached subrecipient agreement for the Wayne County Emergency Rental Assistance Program effective October 1st, 2021 through September 22nd, 2022.
Support.
Been motioned by Ms. Roscoe, supported by Ms. Webb, for Wayne County Emergency Rental Agreement. Any discussion? Ms. Williams?
I would just, through the chair, I would just
Yes.
like to be clear. Mayor, this is just for water assistance, right? Not rental?
No, it's for rental as well.
Rental also as well? So how does that work?
Maria, do you want to speak on it a little bit?
Good evening.
Good evening.
So for the ERAP program, it's similar to other programs that apply and give assistance. There is a application that's necessary that you need to fulfill. It's pretty easy. You can do it online or you can do it on an app. So basically, to be eligible, you go through the couple different steps. You go through, and the most crucial part is experiencing some hardship because of COVID-19. Then afterwards, you'll do the application, and then they'll make sure that of the eligibility requirements. And then after that, they'll communicate with us. Now, on behalf of the city of Romulus, we are only facilitating for water.
Yeah.
For the rental, there's requirements that Wayne County will facilitate on their part to make sure that they are eligible. There's requirements, and then they contact the homeowner or the renter directly, and they take their funding payment directly to the resident.
So is that similar to the SERA program where they already have where they assist with rental?
Correct. Yes.
Okay.
Yes, it's similar. The programs like Sarah and as well as ERAP are all kind of similar. There is eligibility requirements. I know with the ERAP, Wayne County has expanded, obviously to all of Wayne County and piggybacking on other programs, so giving more help and support.
But with the water program that the city of Romulus is involved in, how is that implemented? I'm sure it's requirements, but what is the requirements? Is it online? You don't have to tell me, but is it online? Just so the residents can follow.
So it is online, and we will, and on the flyer that I provided to council, there is a web address, and then once and I looked at it as well as Assistant Finance Director, going through the process to be able to help facilitate if needed questions. So it's, you have to, once you apply, then they'll take you to the next step. You supply the appropriate paperwork that's necessary to be eligible. And then if they are eligible, then we work with Wayne County on the residents, and then we confirm that they are eligible, and then they will ACH us the payment directly to those residents' water account.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you. If there's no other comments, roll call vote. Ms. Roscoe?
Yes.
Ms. Webb?
Yes.
Ms. Williams?
Yes.
Ms. Talley?
Yes.
Ms. Abdo?
Yes.
Mr. Wadsworth?
Yes.
Chair votes yes, motion approved.
I'd also like to thank Maria for her efforts there in the finance department too, because they've spearheaded that program and it's become a pilot program for Wayne County now. So there's others following along where Romulus is leading the way. So great job to you and your team. Next on the agenda is Michigan Indigent Defense Commission grant. To request council to concur with the administration and authorize the mayor and clerk and to enter into an attached grant agreement between the state of Michigan, Michigan Indigent Defense Commission, MIDC, and Department of Licensing and Regulatory Affairs, LARA, in the city of Romulus from October 1st, 2021 to September 30th, 2022, with a local share of $54,774.50.
Through the chair, if I may.
Yes, Ms. Webb?
I'd like to make that motion to concur with the administration and authorize our new mayor and our clerk to enter into the attached grant agreement between the state of Michigan, Michigan Indigent Defense Commission, and the Department of Licensing, Regulatory affairs. And I do have one discussion, if I may, at this time.
Support, I'll support it.
Thank you.
Okay, let me, Ms. Webb.
I know in this contract, it shows the former mayor as well as our former grant manager, but I want you to look at the dates when these were signed. They were signed in April when Josh was still here and the former mayor was still here. And we did vote on this, so all we have to do now is just change the names of, from
Right.
Mr. Burcroft to Mayor McCrate, and then our new grant manager.
Okay.
So everything is okay.
Did we get a second on that? Anybody support that?
Mr. Wadsworth did.
Mr. Wadsworth? Okay, I didn't hear. Been motion by Ms. Webb, supported by Mr. Wadsworth, for the Michigan Indigent Defense Commission Grant fiscal year 2022. Ms. Webb?
Yes.
Go ahead, Ms. Williams.
Through the chair, I would just like to ask the mayor, this $54,000, is any others of the other communities responsible for a portion of this money?
No, those funds are coming from the city of Romulus as the host community for 34th District Court, but they come to us from the 34th District Court.
Okay, so they're coming from the court?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome.
Mr. Wadsworth?
Yes.
Ms. Talley?
Yes.
Ms. Roscoe?
Yes.
Ms. Williams?
Yes.
Ms. Abdo?
Yes.
Chair votes yes, motion approved.
Next item up, option agreement to purchase communication easement at 6900 Wayne Road. Request council to concur with the administration and legal to adopt the attached resolution authorizing the mayor and clerk to enter into an optional agreement to purchase communication easement, an easement assigned agreement for 6900 Wayne Road, Romulus, Michigan, 48174 with the American Towers LLC. Upon adoption of the resolution, the city of Romulus shall receive a lump sum payment of $600,000.
Mr. Chair,
Yes, Ms. Roscoe.
I'll make that motion to accept option agreement to purchase communications easement at 6900 Wayne Road for $600,000 as a one lump sum.
Support.
It's been motioned by Ms. Roscoe, supported by Ms. Webb, for option agreement to purchase communication easement 6900 Wayne Road. Any discussion?
Yes.
Wait.
Now, this is the communication towers. What I'm concerned about, are they, or do they have any interest of doing the 5Gs? Because I know with the 5Gs, I've been hearing a lot that it can cause cancer. So I was really concerned about that.
This is a cell tower.
I understand
And
that.
to my knowledge, they don't have any interest in putting a 5G antenna there.
No. So nothing's in here in this contract to stop them, though?
That's correct.
Okay, thank you.
Other than they tend to put those right close to the edge of the road because they're trying to pick up the digital traffic that's coming from the vehicles going by. So it's probably not a great location for one.
Thank you.
Okay. Ms. Roscoe?
Yes.
Ms. Webb?
Yes.
Mr. Wadsworth?
Yes.
Ms. Talley?
Yes.
Ms. Abdo?
Yes.
Ms. Williams?
No.
Chair votes yes, motion approved.
And the final item on my report is the official publications newspaper 2022. And this is through the clerk's office, but she, if you read the report, she has deferred to city council to award the bid to either Associated Newspaper or Telegram News.
Mr. Wadsworth?
Chairman, I'm going to move that we award the official newspaper, which is ITB 21/22-09 to the Associated Newspaper.
Support.
Been motioned by Mr. Wadsworth, supported by Ms. Talley, for the ITB 21/22-09 official publications newspaper to Associated Papers. Any discussion?
Yes.
Go ahead.
I just have a question. I was looking at the bidding process, and I noticed the Telegram News was a little bit higher with the online, but it was actually lower. It was lower online, but they was a little bit higher with the actual hard copy. So, I don't know, I just believe that we should have a paper that actually goes out in a hard copy, because there's so many residents that don't have the internet or don't have access to online. And that's just not coming on that, Mr.
Okay. Okay, Mr. Wadsworth?
Yes.
Ms. Talley?
Yes.
Ms. Williams?
No.
Ms. Roscoe?
Yes.
Ms. Webb?
Discussion, apparently, and I apologize, I had not read through this. I was just reading through it now that he was the lowest bidder, and that is something that we normally go along with, but I would prefer a hard copy as well, so I'm going to say yes.
Ms. Abdo?
Yes.
Chair votes yes, motion approved.
Thank you, council. That will conclude my report.
Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. We are at number 6, the clerk's report. There's only one action item under this report, and it's more so of a maintenance action. At the beginning of the year, the regular meeting schedule for 2021 was approved and posted, including a regular meeting date of Monday, December the 27th, 2021, in accordance with the 2021 City of Romulus holiday calendar. The holiday calendar has since been amended to reflect Monday, December 27th, as a date in which all city buildings will be closed in observance of Christmas Day. The revised calendar has been included in your packet. It is the prerogative of City Council to either continue to hold its regular meeting on Monday, December 27th, or move its meeting to the next business day of Tuesday, December the 28th. If council opts for the latter, a motion will be in order to reschedule the regular meeting date of Monday, December the 27th, 2021 to Tuesday, December the 28th, 2021.
Make that motion. I'll make that motion to support having the meeting on December the 28th, that Tuesday.
Support.
It's been motioned by Ms. Williams, supported by Ms. Abdo, for the rescheduling of the December 27th meeting to December 28th on a Tuesday. Ms. Williams?
Yes.
Ms. Abdo?
Yes.
Ms. Webb?
Yes, I have a request through the chair, if I may.
Yes, go ahead.
Since we're moving this to the 28th, if I could request that the department heads nor the clerk nor treasurer have anything on council that night? Only because it's the day after Christmas holiday. You all agree, department heads?
At least nothing early, right?
My answer is yes.
Okay. Okay, Mr. Wadsworth?
Yes.
Ms. Talley?
Yes.
Ms. Roscoe?
Yes.
Chair votes yes, the motion is approved.
Thank you, City Council, and that concludes the clerk's report.
Thank you.
And now we're at number 7, the treasurer's report.
Good evening, council, mayor, deputy clerk, and listening audience. I have 2 items under my report tonight. First, I want to remind everybody, property taxes did go out. Everybody should have received them. If you did not, please call my office. That number is 734-942-7580. And always, if you have any questions, you're more than welcome to call the office as well. We'd be happy to answer any questions you may have. And then finally, I know Councilwoman Virginia Williams mentioned the passing of Dorothy Bird, and I just want to say she was a great lady, a sweetheart, and I just want to offer comforting prayers and big hugs to the family. I'm sorry to hear about her passing, but thank you for bringing that information. And that is it under my report this evening. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Madam Treasurer. Now we're at number 8, public comment. This is the portion of the agenda for those in the audience who would like to address City Council. The rules to address City Council can be found on the back of the meeting and agenda. If you would like to address City Council, please raise your hand, and after being acknowledged by the chairperson, approach the podium and state your name. Please note, members of the public who submitted a public comment card will be called upon first. You will have 3 minutes to speak. Any additional time will be upon the consent of the chairperson. As a reminder, members of the public viewing tonight's meeting via the city's broadcast channel or YouTube Live can submit their public comments to publiccomment@romulusgov.com before the end of the public comment period. Mr. Chair, we do have one public comment card, and it is for Yato Phillips.
Hello, everybody.
Hello.
Congratulations to everybody that voted in. Happy for everyone. Wanted to piggyback on the tower that we sure is in the contract that they're not gonna do 5G.
No, I said contract's silent, so it's possible there could be 5G on that tower sometime in the future.
Do we understand?
But they would have to, that would be a change in the tower, so that would go to Planning Commission also.
Do they understand that, and I'm not sure, I just work in the healthcare field, that the 5G towers causes pacemakers to act up, go off, trigger. Then we got what we call frequencies that affect our children more so than anything else. So those towers being so close, I don't know, I might have to move because I stay right there. And for those towers to be that close, there are frequencies, there are studies out there about those specific towers and 5G and why Detroit had so many problems when their towers went up, especially with people. You might not believe that, and that's fine.
Well,
I'm just saying, those are concerns of the citizens.
Unfortunately, the FCC has already taken that authority away from local communities and have ruled that they can go up, that there isn't a health hazard. Whether that's correct or not, I don't know, but they have pretty well limited our ability to not grant one based upon that scenario.
FCC? You said the FCC? Okay. And then the other thing, I'm kind of excited about the Indigent program, because that's all me. That's me. I don't know if y'all heard about the Indigent program. It's been around since 2019, and I'm already a part of Wayne County Indigent program, Oakland County Indigent program, Washtenaw, Monroe. The only one that I won't go to is Macomb. So to hear that Romulus has it, to go to our guy over here, do you plan on putting it up for bid? And is it only going to the attorneys, or I know that the attorneys will be able to? The indigent
Yeah, Gary.
program.
That's a grant.
Criminal indigent program.
Oh,
I'm just asking because I seen Washtenaw put their bid up for legal. So I'm just wondering, is Romulus putting it up as a bid for legal, or is it gonna be that the attorneys call the investigators to go out and investigate the case before they go into the court? I'm just asking.
well, the attorneys that are working.
Ms. Phillips, I'm gonna give you some more time. Go ahead.
Thank you.
The attorneys there's a number of attorneys. We don't have any one attorney or organization that is providing legal services for the indigent defendants. There's a whole list of attorneys that are allowed to do that, and there's a coordinator that assigns them and is supposed to rotate them so that they all get an opportunity to participate in the program.
So is there something, do we have something set up, or is this something that we're working on? We gonna set something up, and then there's gonna be paperwork that goes out and on how this goes, or?
Through the chair.
Through the chair.
Yes, Ms.
And I'm
Talley.
sorry, thanks for coming up, Yada, because when I was reading through the package, I thought of you because it was talking about private investigators and stuff, so when I was reading it, I was
It's an
thinking of
expert,
you.
yes,
So, yeah,
experts.
I would like to know what the process would be if we could, a local person here that be a part of that
Well,
process.
if a attorney who's representing an indigent defendant thinks that in that particular case, they need to spend money on an outside source to
Right.
do an investigation, first they have to get that approved by the judge.
Okay.
And then, I'm not aware that we have a list. I think that's pretty much up to the individual attorney
Okay.
who they would want to hire.
Who they would-
And they get
okay.
approval of the judge to hire. since they're spending money out of the Indigent Defense Fund, they have to get pre-approval of that.
So I get that. So let me ask you this. So we have the same attorneys we've used for this program, and I think Teresa Patton was kind of manning
Right.
those attorneys. Can we provide recommendations? So
Sure.
I'm thinking,
Yeah,
we
because
got one right here. in
So
our
like,
city.
when I have to deal with Wayne County, there's a list, and then they
Yeah.
ask us for our background. They ask us what our background is, what we're, what we've done in the past, if we have the capabilities to do what's being asked. And so there's, even with Oakland County, they have a list. Even with Washtenaw, they have a list. Even with, all of these other counties that I deal with. And so when I heard this, it was music to my ears because it's here, it's in Romulus,
Right.
it's here. This is the city that I support. So I was just wondering, are we gonna coordinate it in some way, or are we just gonna say it's a free-for-all? And then, like, they may use investigators that's not even a part of Romulus. So if there's a list where they say, hey, we got this case, like I said, Washtenaw just put up a bid for a juvenile legal services, and they put a bid up for it. So there was a bid, I had to speak with them today on that. So I'm just wondering, is there a list? Because at least with a list, the attorneys will know. We have private investigators, these are the ones, they're on our list, and these are the people you can use.
And I'm sorry, real quick too, because Maria, thank you, Mayor, because me and you had talked extensively about this morning. Like I said, we talked about Teresa Patton, how she manages the process. We should be able to make some type of recommendations for people, just to have, like she said, some type of list or whatever, but then
Okay.
make
Sorry,
those
I'm gonna have to
recommendations.
see. I'll come back next week, but I
Okay.
just.
If that's something
I'm
No,
we
I
can check
think, I
into.
think you could,
Can I say something?
if you want to submit a resume of your background, we could certainly make sure that it got
Okay.
over to the
Yeah.
court and was available for
Okay.
lawyers to look at if
Mm-hmm.
they were looking for somebody to do it.
Ms. will you-
Oh, yeah, through
Oh,
the chair, if I may.
Yeah,
But
go ahead.
This is not what this is. We already have our personnel with our friends' benefits. We already have our attorneys. We already have our, this is a grant that we were speaking of today. We've already, this program was instituted a year and a half or 2 years ago through the 34th District Court. So they are already set up with their personnel in our contracts. And I didn't, it was never mentioned, I know we do Dearborn, et cetera, but it was never mentioned that that it's a program where you could apply for a position in it. Because we're using our attorneys, we have assigned counsel for the indigents because it goes through the 34th District Court. It's not like they go out and investigate somebody's home or
So-
things like that. It's not,
Ms.
it's not like
Can I-
a social services type program. It's when they go before the judge.
Right, so Ms. Webb, that's the type of work that I do. I'm a criminal defense investigator.
Oh, okay,
So I
well,
do
just,
criminal
okay, well,
defense
just,
Right.
work. So as
Just-
a criminal defense investigator, what's supposed to happen and where we have failed at as a state in the United States of America is a lot of times when people get in trouble prior to their trial, you should be getting an investigator to come out and go and investigate to make sure that the police got everything that they were supposed to have. This is a criminal defense investigation program. This particular program I've been a part of. It came out in 2019, and it came out with the state of Michigan. So in 2019, they gave $5 million to this particular program. With the state of Michigan, the courts and the different counties, they didn't use all of that money. So then they dropped it to $2.5 million.
yeah, and that
if
money
we don't
went to
use it-
several different counties.
It went to counties, but it also went to local.
Yes,
to
and-
other
and
little-
local entities,
Local
yes.
entities. And so I'm a part of that. So Washtenaw County, Wayne County, Oakland County, Monroe County. I'm a part of all of that. I do criminal investigation. So what happens is the criminal defense attorney, they'll call upon the investigator to go out and
Yes.
investigate prior to them going to trial.
And I understand that, but
And
since
that's what the funds are for.
Romulus has we're already set, this is our second go-around, our second year with our attorneys, with our counselors, with our investigators, but you did mention that you have been involved with all of them except Oakland County. Maybe
Except
you
for
should try,
Macomb.
Macomb County, they may have an opening there. But right now, this is set already
I don't think
because
you
we
understand
just.
how the program go. Those funds are for experts
Okay, well,
like
you
me.
go ahead and
So
put
like,
an
like
application in
Sato
somewhere.
Well,
just
I don't know.
did a training.
What we
Sato
gonna-
just did a training with the attorneys. And that training that they did with the attorney, they said you need to use your experts out there. It's not just for investigators, it's for people like psychological. It's for,
Yes.
any type of expert person that can help with the case.
Oh, I
'Cause we don't
understand that.
wanna
I have
put
the
somebody-
contract right here.
Okay, we're gonna move along. We're gonna move, we could continue at a different date, if you want to get through the mayor or some other, but we want to move on now.
Is there anyone else in the audience who would like to address City Council?
Mr. Miller?
Good evening, everyone. This weekend, I found it necessary to do a simple task of changing the battery in my watch. I'm sure many of you have done it also. Well, the battery I refer to is what's known as a button battery. It's a little bitty battery that the very name of it denotes a button. My curiosity was aroused. First, because it's Christmas. And I had recently read an article in regards to the danger to children involving these types of batteries. So I decided to do some real research. Ms. Emily Samuels, program director of the nonprofit organization Safe Kids Worldwide, said, on average, more than 6,300 children a year go to the hospital after ingesting a button battery. That was October 29th, 2020 of this year. If any of you have taken a battery and you've touched it to your tongue, you get the little shock. The stronger the battery, the larger the shock. Button batteries can cause severe internal burns after shorting out in the stomachs of children. The large button batteries can get lodged in the esophagus on the way down to the stomach, causing severe internal burns when it stops. If the battery gets stuck in the esophagus or stomach, the battery can start to discharge, and it electrolyzes the liquid in the stomach, producing dangerous hydroxide ions, producing severe burns and damage to the esophagus and vocal cords. The longer it is inside the child, the more danger and damage it does. The best outcome would be the results little or no harm. Child would be able to send it through and it wouldn't be a problem. The worst outcome, the child can die, and they have died from ingesting these batteries. These are commonly used batteries. Many small Christmas toys have these batteries in them. And if the child was to get it open or was to break it and started fiddling with the battery, you know how children are. They put things in their mouth, unfortunately.
Mr. Miller, I'm gonna give you some more time. Go ahead.
Sir?
Go ahead.
Thank you. But because it was Christmas, I just want people to be safe, have a wonderful holiday season. Be aware of your child if the toy breaks and they're exposed to these batteries. And remember the old saying, an ounce of prevention is worth a pound of cure. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Miller.
Thank you. Are there any other comments from the audience? If
Mr.
there's no
Chair,
other
there is
comments from the
no-
audience, we're going to close that part out.
Thank you, sir. We're at number 9, unfinished business. Number 10, new business.
Ms. Abdo?
Thank you, John. I just want to announce that the library is looking for a part-time library assistant. It's posted on our website. They're looking for someone to work about 12 and a half hours a week. So if you're interested, please go on the website and go through the application process. We're looking for more people to join the team at the library. Thank you.
Thank you.
All right. That brings us to number 11, communications.
Through the chair.
Yes, Ms. Talley.
So we closed out our Why I Love the City of Romulus contest on November 30th. I have a letter I would like to read to the winner, one of the winners. We didn't get a lot of responses this year, but Mr. Mayor, I'm hoping that this is something we can do on our city's birthday. I don't know when that is, though, whenever our city, but we had the 50th, so whatever the day our city birthday is on, if we can launch this contest, something ongoing, so that we can do for our city. But I want to read the letter that we did get, and this was from one of our school kids, from Romel. So I am so excited about reading her letter. I love Romulus because all of my teachers were sweet, and they helped me throughout the years. I love to learn, and I love Romulus most because I have my friend's teacher in my school. Merry Christmas, love. Now, I don't know if I got this right. I hope I'm saying her name right. Love Maya Rain Williams. Her age is 9, and she says she's a resident for either 4 or 9 years. So, Miss Maya, I think it's Maya, we will be reaching out to you regarding your prize. Thank you for your submission. And we just pray that other people will get on the board of the Why I Love the City of Romulus, and we'll be doing that, hopefully, Mayor, around the city's birthday. Thank you for your submission, and thank everybody.
Thank you.
Okay.
Any other comments?
Yes.
Go ahead, Ms. Reed.
Yes, I would like to announce that we're still at the high school every Tuesday with Forgotten Harvest. The only thing that's needed is your name, your address, and the family size, and we'll load your car up. And also, I was a little disappointed.
You got some more time.
I was a little disappointed that Forgotten Harvest didn't serve our community with turkeys. So I came up with an idea because I really believe in making sure that our residents get the same as any other cities. And so I'm working on a project to make sure that we take care of the residents for Christmas. So I'll keep you informed of how that's going. Thank you.
Well, Ms. Reed, I have one question. Is that for anybody or just for Romulus?
Well, the project I'm working on is for Romulus,
Oh,
because
okay.
I have to take care of my residents first.
Okay.
But Forgotten Harvest is for anyone in Wayne County, but we do service a lot of Romulus residents.
Okay, thank you. Okay, any other communications?
And I do believe that birthday month is the month of May for our city.
Okay,
Double check behind that.
okay, great.
If there's no more communication, that brings us to number 12, adjournment, and it
So
is
moved.
8:25.
Support.
It's been motioned by Mr. Wadsworth, supported by Ms. Talley for adjournment. Mr. Wadsworth?
Yes.
Ms. Talley?
Yes.
Ms. Williams?
Yes?
Ms. Webb?
Yes.
Ms. Roscoe?
Yes.
Ms. Abdo?
Yes.
Chair votes yes, we are